Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and welcome back to another video, where today we continue our journey through the Progress faction and continue exploring one of the most important resources available in Hero Wars. Talismans and Guardians. Today we talk about something interesting, because some heroes become famous because of damage. Some heroes become famous because of survival. Some heroes become famous because they completely dominate battles. But Sebastian? Sebastian became famous because he makes everyone around him more dangerous. Because sometimes the hero carrying the team is not the hero dealing damage. It is the hero making everybody else stronger. And that is exactly why today we talk about Sebastian, the musician, the conductor, the support hero that somehow appears almost everywhere. Before we continue, Guardians, remember that this series is about understanding both talismans available for every hero and answering one important question. Do we have a clear winner? Or do both talismans change depending on the situation? Because talismans remain one of the few resources that truly allow adaptation. Artifacts stay, glyphs stay, skins stay, ascension stays. But talismans? Talismans allow heroes to completely change from battle to battle, and that flexibility matters. As always, Guardians, whenever we discuss talismans, we will mention fixed stats first and rerollable stats second. Now, let's begin. Sebastian. One of the most common supports in physical compositions and a hero you will frequently see together with Yasmine, Oya, Progress teams, and many other critical-based compositions. What do we actually need from Sebastian? Consistency, buff uptime, survivability, reliable support, not explosive personal damage. Keep this in mind because it becomes important very quickly. Sebastian currently has 2 talismans. The first is the Talisman of Improvisation, one of the earlier premium talismans. This talismans provides agility together with armor. Immediately, this creates around 6,000 additional physical attack from the agility stat. The second option is the Talisman of Symphonies. This talisman moves in a different direction. Physical attack, critical hit chance, more aggressive, more offensive, and immediately Guardians. This creates an interesting discussion, because unlike many heroes, both talismans actually make sense. So as always, we evaluate 2 factors: skill scaling and roll. Starting with scaling. Most of Sebastian's abilities benefit from physical attack, which immediately means both talismans provide value. However, the difference itself is relatively small, around 6,000 physical attack versus around 8,000. A difference? Yes. A huge difference? Not really, which means something important. Raw scaling probably does not decide this one. So now we move to the more important question. What does Sebastian actually do? He increases critical hit chance. He adds extra pure damage. He protects allies from debuffs. He amplifies carries. He transforms already dangerous heroes into terrifying heroes. And Guardians, this is where things become interesting, because suddenly both talismans have situations where they shine. Facing physical teams, armor becomes attractive. Improvisation immediately becomes stronger. Facing magical teams, armor loses value. Now Symphonies starts looking more interesting. Fighting Yasmine? Extra armor can become surprisingly valuable. Playing Sebastian together with Guus? Additional critical hit interactions suddenly become much more interesting because more critical hits create more opportunities for golden feathers. This is why Sebastian is difficult, because unlike many heroes, the answer is not always obvious. This is one of the most situational talismans we have covered, which means something very important. Use the training room. Experiment. Test, because the answer may change depending entirely on what stands in front of you. Then we arrive at availability, because resources matter. The Talisman of Improvisation now appears inside Eternal Frontier. 700,000 coins. Obtainable. Predictable. Much easier to plan around. Meanwhile, Symphonies remains significantly rarer. And Guardians, availability itself creates value, because sometimes the talismans you can actually obtain becomes the better choice. So Guardians, our conclusion is relatively simple. Sebastian remains one of the most flexible support heroes in Hero Wars. His talismans reflect that flexibility. No automatic answer. No universal winner. Only situations. Only matchups. Only adaptation. So Guardians, which talismans are you using? Have you discovered situations where one clearly performs better? Let us know below and tell us which Progress hero you want us to cover next. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.